Before this video starts, I just want to say that I am not hating on Minecraft or any Minecraft stuff in particular. I'm just simply critiquing Minecraft's major update problems. I love the game and I play it a lot. So to begin with, the first issue of Minecraft's updates is the frequency. Minecraft doesn't seem to get very frequent updates, and I feel like this is something that really needs to be resolved. So although we have been getting 1 to 2 updates per year recently, some years we haven't got any updates at all. But compared to when Minecraft was first released, we used to get a lot more frequent updates, and I feel like this is something that Minecraft really needs to address, and they need to start updating the game more frequently. Don't get me wrong, I am grateful that Minecraft gets any updates at all, considering how old the game is, but I feel like it's not enough updates to support the community long term, and therefore I feel like we need at least 3 to 4 updates per year, if not more. I've got a couple of ways that they could introduce more updates to the game, and the first one of this would be an update system where they split the updates into 2 parts. So for example, the Never update, which is the update coming out soon as of the time of recording this video. If you're watching it in the future, it might already be out, but I'm using the Never update as an example. They could split the Never update into 2 parts. They could have done it so the Never update part 1 and the Never update part 2. So they could release the first part of the update a little bit earlier, and then a couple of months later release the second part, and therefore people will be able to mess around and play with the first part of the update without needing to play betas or without needing to play snapshots, and then the second part can come out a couple of months later. Now there's a lot of advantages to this, but one of them would be that Minecraft would be able to get much wider feedback on the first part of the update, and then they could use this feedback on the second part of the update to make the second part even better and bigger. Now overall what they could do is they could simply release smaller updates. I feel like this is something that would be really cool. So for example, if a Never update was half the size, but then a couple of months later they released another update with a different theme, and a couple of months later another update with a different theme, and then a couple of months later another update with another different theme. And I feel like the good thing about this would be that Minecraft would be able to address and update more areas of the game, and this is something that I feel like Minecraft really lacks right now. They focus a lot on one major update or 2 major updates per year, but this only updates one section of the game, and it can take many years for something to be addressed or updated in the game. However, if they did a lot smaller updates, then they could release these more frequently, and they could also address more areas of the game each year. And then they could say do another Never update like next year or the year after, so you'd still get the same Never content, but it would just be split out over several years, and therefore the more of the game would be updated, because not everybody's going to visit the Never, or not everybody's going to use the Never, and I feel like this would be a pretty cool solution so that they no longer have to just update one section or 2 sections of the game a year. They can update more and do it more frequently, but just have smaller updates. Now you might be thinking, why doesn't Minecraft just employ more people? And whilst this could be a good thing for Minecraft's updates, it could also slow down the updates, because with more people working on Minecraft, there'll be more people sharing ideas, and therefore people might contrast more when they are developing the game. One developer might think that this would be a good feature, and one developer might think that this would be a bad feature, so they could cause more arguments and more discussion, and therefore updates could be even slower. Now I don't know how Minecraft's game development works, but I would assume that they need to finish one update before they can really release another one, at least if they are major parts of the game, because otherwise if they were working on 2 different updates at the same time, then one update would be finished and released, but then they'd have to put the other update into that update somehow, and that could cause issues if a lot has been changed with the core game within the first update. There could be a lot of bugs and issues, so I don't really know if Minecraft could work on 2 separate updates at the same time and then release them after each other. But also what you've got to think about employing more staff is Minecraft needs to make sure they can afford to have those staff long term. So if a game suddenly went down a ton in popularity, they need to make sure that they can still survive and that they can still pay all of their employees, which is probably why they're expanding slowly over time rather than suddenly going and hiring a lot of people at once. So updates might eventually start to become faster if they get more staff, but I don't really see Minecraft suddenly going out and employing loads and loads of staff at once, because they need to make sure that they can afford the staff and that they can afford the staff long term rather than just in the short term. Another major update problem for Minecraft is the fact that some features seem to not have very many uses, in particular mobs, but other features as well. Mobs such as the polar bears, bats, parrots, llamas, and many other mobs seem to have very obscure or no uses at all, and I feel like they could introduce more uses for these, as personally I feel like instead of adding loads of new useless mobs, they need to focus on making the existing mobs and the existing features more useful, giving them more uses in general rather than just having 1 or 2 really obscure or underutilized use. Now let me know in the comment section down below, what feature do you think is the most useless in Minecraft, and what ideas do you have to make that feature more useful? I personally feel like if they had an update where they went through and updated a lot of these mobs and features, they could make the game a lot better, and they could make the existing features more valuable for the player and make the player want to use these existing features which are already in the game, because at the moment some of the mobs you just kind of avoid in the game, or they have no reason for you to go over and to try and kill or to try and tame or use these mobs for any use at all. So there's a rumour going around that Minecraft is shutting down in 2020, and if you want to know the truth about this rumour, check out the video on the screen. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.